So this tutorial I'm going to show you how to pipe this really pretty detailed peony. It's got loads and loads of petals, lots of texture, frilly edges, which I really love on a peony, and it's a lovely one to add to your bouquets. It's a big statement flower and it's got lots of texture. The colour I've used for this pink is Colour Splash Pink, just a little bit of that. And I've crumb coated my cupcake. The piping tips I'm going to use for this. For the centre, I'm using an Atiko 120. It's a crescent shaped tip. You've got the fat end and the thin end, but it's nice and small. And then for the outer edge petals, I'm going to swap it to an Atiko 122. I really love the size of these piping tips because the flower is not too big. You can get lots and lots of detail on there, but you haven't used too much buttercream on one little cupcake. So for that reason, I use these tips. This 122, I save it for peonies because it gives a frilly edge, and peonies look absolutely gorgeous with frilly edge petals, so it's a good one for that. So push all your buttercream down to the bottom of the bag. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then using the 120, I'm going to come down in the center of the cupcake and I'm going to make a little blob like that. Just make sure that it looks central. Just push it over if it's not. So that's our starting point for the peonies. It's not too big, it's just a little blob. Make sure that you've got the fat end on the bottom and you've got this crescent pointing inwards. And we're going to start off by just touching the edge of that blob, angle the tip over towards the center and pipe a little petal. Stop and come off. Turn the cake. And then just pipe another one, and you'll see I've not come overlapping, I've just come next to the one before. So I'm going to go around this blob in the middle, just piping these little arch-shaped petals over the top of the blob, and then I'm going to come in between them, and again tiny little petals. And I've arched it over the middle, turn the cake, and I'm coming in between each of the petals on the row before. When you do it like that, you create lots of texture in your flower. It gives the illusion of more petals because you've interlaced them, sort of thing. I'm going to do the same thing again here. They are becoming ever so slightly bigger as you come around, but I'm still angling top of that tip towards the middle of the cupcake. And you can see the top of the petals is standing up a little bit, they're not all touching each other. The base of the piping tip touches the buttercream that's already on the cake. See if I can angle it like that, but the top of the petal is coming away from it. So when you've gone round and done a few layers, one in there, towards the center, I'm going to start now to angle the tip upwards, and I'm going to make bigger arches with the piping tip when I pipe the petal. So this base of the piping tip is what's going to adhere to the petals that are already on there. The top of the petal is going to be free to form whatever shape it forms. So I'm touching that blob with the base of the piping tip, and I'm going to pipe an arch shape, slightly bigger, and I've come from angling the piping tip inwards to out a little bit. We want to gradually build it around towards the edge of the cupcake. And it's got that gorgeous ruffly edge. So turn the cake, and again, don't come right next to it, leave a little bit of a gap. These peonies are really messy, so there's no rhyme or reason to them. You can, I'm doing it really slowly here to show you how, but once you get going on them, because they're a messy one, you can do them quite quickly. So I'll come all the way around like that, and then I'll come around again in between all the gaps, and I'm going to angle the tip out a little bit more each time. So the base of the piping tip's touching the buttercream at the bottom, and I'm piping an arch and just letting the top bit float wherever it wants to go. And the petals are getting just a little bit bigger as you go around. I'll do one more row of this one. Remember to space them out with a bit of a gap. If you think one would look better a little bit smaller, you don't all have to be the same size. You can just put a little one in if you think it will look good. Just watch your flower growing as you pipe in, and you'll see where to put them. So, a couple more. So now I've got to this point where I'm coming close to the edge of the cupcake. I want to start to really open the flower out with some larger petals. So I'm going to swap to the 122. Make sure your buttercream's down at the bottom and your bag's nice and tight. And you've got that fat end of the tip at the bottom and the crescent in the middle facing you. So now I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but the petals are going to be bigger because the piping tip's bigger, and I'm going to start to angle them out so that I'm almost parallel to the cupcake by the time I'm finished. So once again, I'm coming around doing exactly the same thing. Let the base of the piping tip touch the buttercream that's already on there, and angle that petal out, stop and come off. Maybe a smaller one in there. And just every time you pipe a petal, turn the cupcake, and you can see where the next one's going to go. And see how this piping tip gives a lovely ruffly edge. I don't know if all 122s do this. I've only got one and it does, but if you get a ruffly edge on your peony, it's lovely. So now I've put that layer on, I'm going to angle it out even more. So if I turn the cupcake now and have it facing me, the petals I'm piping are almost parallel to the cupcake. Keep going round until you can't see the cupcake case, and you can layer them and make some bigger or smaller, however your flower's developing. Put another one here, another one here, and there. There's a lovely, ruffly, pretty peony.